I don't know what that, like, shrillness is. Or if it's just BBB. I think I got to sort of hold back a bit on its the very shrill noise. There's still a pretty nasty noise coming through. So in any case, so we got volatile nests. Just gonna keep talking while I move the mic, so hopefully it overwrites the noise. So what did we even accomplish in here? I forget. Oh, right, we're doing this stupid quest. Let me just see something here. Because one of the problems with this headset, I just want to make sure that I'm not getting different audio quality, and I can just stick with this and bypass this terrible cord. No, that is way loud. I don't know why it's fucking up like this now. What a terrible fucking headset. Don't get the Z11. Okay. Anyway. Sort of kind of decided to force it to work. Don't ask how. So, last time we played, we had to take on this stupid quest, which is absolutely terrible. And it's terrible because I ended up having to look up how to do the damn thing. We ended the stream not having any idea what we were supposed to do. Like, how are we supposed to complete this quest? Well, don't you worry, because I looked it up. Now, if only I could remember how the fuck to get out of here. Gotta say, this doesn't have the best level design. The player shouldn't get lost inside a tiny house. God, am I already, like, we've just started and I've already forgotten where I'm supposed to go. I know we gotta get out of the house somehow. So we're starting good. It's the bathroom. So if I remember correctly, we came from downstairs. There it is. Jesus. Just awful. It's just very uninspired, is the problem. It's like it doesn't need to be labyrinthine like that. It's a house. So, to do this quest... we have to head down.
Hey, anyone want to trade? In couple of minutes I'll be packing my toys and heading out, and you won't find me after that. Move, people, move!
So, the goal here is we need to find, we need to go along this line and fix the rope up. Or the cable, rather. And so, when I did it, we started from here, which is where the generator is. We follow the cable. And the cable comes up over here. Now, the cable will go past this tanker, this oil tank. It goes up there, then back down, and all the way over. Nope. There's no way to cancel. All right, whatever. Okay, so anyway, as I was trying to say, and then it ends right over there. I could have sworn there's a way to cancel a grenade toss, but whatever. So, what we discovered was a problem. Even though there is a thing up here we need to do, and then a thing over there we need to do, the game wasn't letting us do it. Which is dumb. So, I read up on what to do, because I wasn't going to have us waste a bunch of streams and stream time figuring it out. So what we have to do, and this is beautifully stupid, very much one of the dumbest things, we've got to keep walking along it. Where are we? Nope, that's not it. There. We have to do this. Okay. And I think there's a second one. I've got a brick. That's what I think of that brick. There, see, there. No, that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? Might be up here. There. Believe it's yep. See? And that's the thing, it doesn't, like, it says fix the cables, but it's not really, that doesn't tell us anything about what the game's expecting us to do. And never in the game have we ever had to do something like that. So that's problematic because it has an anticipation of the player that wasn't there before, and then it's not well communicated specifically what the game really wants you to be doing. In any case, so that was the thing that we had to do there. If I remember this correctly... Ooh. Oh no. Who said that? Could have sworn I heard Zambo. Okay. This is me kind of just failing at it. So let's climb up this way. There we are. Now we can finally place the fuse in. That was the first thing we found. Actually, no. The first thing I found was the that box over there, that switch, and then we came back and found this. And I was like, all right, well, that's the only two things I can think of that would be done to fix the power. Game's like, oh no. See, you forgot to do the thing that we never told you about before, and have no indication on exactly that you got to do that. I was like, thank you, Dying Light. It's very appreciated. Okay, so I think now we need to run back to the generator. We got these two things going here. Let's just double check in here real quick. There's the wire goes through here, and it doesn't touch anything else. So the last thing we can think of that we need to deal with, that I can think of, is gonna be the generator. Yeah, finally. Incredibly dumb. But we finally completed this quest, so we can actually continue with the game. I don't even know how much more there is. It's just been so long. Is this maybe... Is this like a... I think it might be a 30-hour? Campaign? Because the main game, I believe, took me... a single playthrough, I think, took me 40 to 50? Well, no, because let's see. We ended the main series around, I think, 19 streams in. Did I not open these doors? Or is it doing that dumb thing where it locks you out? No, wait, no, we did this one. There we are. Because those doors are locked for sure. Like, I don't even see them in the house. I'm curious now. Oh, did we ever go down here? I don't remember this. Yeah, I don't remember this at all. What do we got here? No, wait, this is how we got in. Yeah, that's right. I remember because we had to get in using a underground passageway. My brain's slowly, because we haven't played this in a while. Sometimes even a week just robs you of all your memory. So this is where we originally came from, I think. Why is it locked though? Gotcha. What's behind this door? This is where we got in. Okay. Yeah. So this is how we got into the house. And if that door is locked, then that means that we had to travel around this way. And through and up. Okay. I don't need to retrace my steps that way, but I felt like it might help me just a little bit refamiliarize myself with the game's controls and stuff. Little things like that are really, really good, I think. Not just for streaming, but just for playing in general if you haven't played a game in a while. And, like, you remember some of a quest that you were doing or an area, you can always just retrace your route back there, and it sort of puts you on, like, the right mental track is the best way I can put it.
Get your electricity back, Attila, and now what?
Now we can get to work, Mr. Crane. I'm researching traces of the prophecy about the god of the sun in the relics of local culture. It seems like a matter of life and death to the mother, and I'm in no position to ask why. So, now we have 3 ancient monoliths to investigate. We're looking for specific features, so you'll need to see them in person and describe each one to me. Now that I have the power back on, we can stay in touch while you're out there. But please hurry, Mr. Crane. I won't live forever.
Alright, so we've got a few places we have to go to now. There's a bounty board, but we don't need that. So here's another thing that's bugging me about this this DLC is forcing us to basically lumber across a gigantic map for, things like these. You need to be keeping your objectives close to each other at this point because this is kind of ridiculous. So the brothers are down there. We can go check on them. Especially in a game that doesn't have fast travel, you absolutely need to make sure you're not wasting your player's time. And I feel that a good portion of the playtime I've got is going to be devoted solely to just dealing with just this size of this map, which is ridiculous. I'm not fond of giant in-game maps. I'm really not. Unless you have a system that helps the player get through it fast. Even Mad Max, which was a very bland and boring game, had a proper fast traveling system because the world was way too damn big. Here, there's no fast travel. The only fast travel is between zones. And that's only in the base game. Here, I'd have to quit the game and then restart the game specifically from the base game's stuff. This is not built into the base game, and that's also very dumb. Having to maintain my car is ultra dumb. Like, I have a number of issues with this bow. Alright, let's see. What's the best one we can do? The best one we can do is we're going to head down this road, take a left. We're going to head over here. And then it looks like we're going to have to go across for both of these anyway. So what I think I will do instead is just we'll take this road. And we're going to go to this one first. Come back to this one. And then we can just hop right back in here. It'll be a lot quicker. This is still very dumb. I do not like this. There's loot cache. There's military outpost. Okay. Also, the fact that I have to repair my car constantly. Hey, Funke, how you doing? Glad you're here. Appreciate you. More like Attila the Lazy. Okay. Wait, why did that call them? Oh! Oh, they really wanted to see me. Is this possible? Maybe I need more nitrous? Probable. Turbo, that's why. That's why I'm not having any luck with this. The turbo's broken. God damn it. Okay. We're gonna need to find some cars to steal from. Wait, what am I hitting? Way to cheat. Way to fucking cheat right off the bat. This game fucking just straight up... I wasn't hitting anything. And it wouldn't let me fucking run into... Get fucked. You could go fuck yourself with your crappy collision garbage nonsense. Come on. Let me just fucking play the game the way I want to and stop fucking, like, hindering me from it. Please? Just, like... Fucking check your shit. Please. And for the love of fuck, please don't have vehicles in the next one, because this sucks. This is just not fun or interesting. I don't give a shit about the car. I don't. It is just a waste of resources and time and energy that could have been put into a more interesting and engaging environment. This whole, like, map is boring to me. because it's just vast, and it doesn't make use of any of the systems that were introduced for this game. This game was built on that parkour. It wasn't, you know, like, no one gives a shit about fucking cars and dying light. I sure as hell didn't give a shit. But here we are. So we gotta try to make the best of this, as annoying as it is. Pretty much, Fonte, pretty much. So now we've got it, because the other thing too is, now I absolutely need to farm materials, which was not something you really had to do in the base game, but now I do, because they introduced a couple mechanics that basically rely entirely on you farming out materials. I need just one more screw. We might find what we want here. This military, so we get rubber screws. That's what I wanted. So let's see. What would it even take? Can I even fix this? I can't fix this anymore. So I need 2 more screws, and I can make a decent one. If I can get 4 more, we can have a really decent one. So now we have a level 2 one. They wouldn't put screws in a burning vehicle. That'd be ultra dumb. There's a military outpost. That should wipe them. Oop. I don't know what he's doing, but I don't like that. Oh, oh. He went fast after that. Interesting. So it looks like these guys have 2 phases. One is the standard Shambler, and then the other they turn into a viral. Which is weird because it's supposed to be the opposite. The viral is the first stage, and then it fully turns into just a Shambler, I would think. Whoop. Yeah, see, here he goes. Ooh. Took him out by the leg. Let's make sure we seal the deal. Now the problem is these aren't going to give us anything other than high-level materials. So I guess we might as well check and see what's in the boxes, since we're here. Alright. So ammo and supplies, which is good. It's good. These also have fuel. This is a very hard lockpick. There we are. Gotcha. A little tricky. And these are brakes and a type. You fucker. You could have given me a new nitrous. Why? Why are you like this, Dying Light? That's okay, because there's plenty of cars around here. There's a military one that's... Oh, no. No. No, this is a thing now. Okay, so this is a thing they all can do. I just want to see how many more screws we can find. In this particular area, I think that's going to cover it all. So we're going to have to make our way back to the car, but this should be enough to make some new shit. Okay, I don't see anybody behind me. Interesting. Did I scav this one already? I think I did. Yeah, I scabbed this one already. Oh. No fuel. Because I don't know what the respawn time is on so suspension's fucked, but we're fine for now. So we'll make, because we want to make this. And the reason is because we need to have that damn turbo. I'm not really worried about the suspension. And I'm going the wrong way. Boomer. Bomber. Ah. I'm definitely going the wrong way still. Another bomber. Military. Oh, okay, good. Got some screws. More screws. More screws. Oh, here they come. Let me swing, game. I really fucking hate when you take away my ability to fight for arbitrary bullshit reasons. Knock it off. Because the problem with doing grapple is there's a long recovery time between the start and end of the animation. And you are not invulnerable at any point during that animation. So why that's problematic is you could be attacked by, like we saw, three infected. And what they'll do is they will wail on you while you're throwing one of the other infected. You know, we can wait until we get 2 more screws and just build a level 3 on that. We can definitely run from this guy. See ya. Nope, we already scabbed this one. And I scabbed that one too. Oh, there's a couple of stuff down there. Let's check those. I think I just need 2 more screws and we can make a level 3 suspension. Damn you. Oh, we're just one set of screws away. It's cruel. That, okay. Alright, this will take us to where I wanted to go. There! That's what we've been having problems with. Is that damn, the nitro being broken. See, like, look at this shit. I can't tell what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, let's see here. Here. Let's distract them first. Tossing a bomb. Whoa! That's right. I'm glad my slide went on for 5 years. This is stuff that I'm having so many fucking issues with because they're not... Like, let's see. Okay, so for that time, the slide went its normal time, but when I was sliding at the toad, it just went on. Keep her eyes peeled for... There they are. Whoop. I'm trying to get out of the way of his rocks. Beautiful. So we got that dealt with. Oh, you want some. See, like, where the fuck is it? And how is it able to throw a rock? It doesn't have line of sight, so you can go fuck yourselves for this enemy. Because it's a crappy enemy that you keep, like, overusing. It's not fun or interesting. It's just a dumb, boring enemy that you keep reusing. And I don't know why. And it has a ridiculous throw. Like, it can hit me without being able to see me, which really pisses me off. Look at that. It knows exactly where I am and can throw almost perfectly to me. course, the grapple's not fucking working anymore. Like, is anything gonna fucking work in this game now? Like, are we just gonna have an unfun, miserable fucking day playing this now because the game just doesn't work anymore? Did it ever work? Maybe I imagined most of it. All I know is for sure is that this is fucking terrible. Because then I couldn't grapple them, even though the prompt was there. So that's another thing that this game fucked up. Grapple sucks. It's useful, but you don't have a consistent prompt for it. Which makes no sense. Like, you could very easily have just made grapple a hold X to do. Like that. But no, they chose that for, they chose that for survivor sets. Annoying.
Okay. Those monoliths were supposed to be here. It either evaporated or something pushed it into the water.
See, I look at that bullshit. Make it consistent. Every goddamn time I do it, it should fucking work. Every time. Every fucking time, and when they're in front of me. The fact that it is conditional is dumb. Like, this, like, so far through this playthrough, I think we've had a lot of good to say about it, but the cracks are wearing at this point in it, because what they're doing is they're throwing a bunch of the infected at you at once, which is already difficult to maintain. And then on top of that, its own mechanics just aren't functioning, or they're so, like, conditional that you might as well not have even bothered putting them in. And that's how I feel about grapple. Is the way that it's designed is fucking terrible. It's terrible. It's garbage. I'm sorry. It just sucks. As a mechanic, it has a lot of value and use. It is one of the most important things you can unlock in the game. Unquestionable. However, the way it's implemented is just not fucking good. So, quite frankly, just from, like, an overall, just as I'm playing through, I recommend the base game 100%. But I would honestly not really recommend the following, based on just, like, a number of things that, you know, really kind of suck about it. God damn it, I didn't inspect it. Now that one's gonna be on me. I thought that because he said something that was kind of like, okay, we've inspected it, we were there. But I guess we had to actually, like, interact, which is fine. That's not a... Here's my thing that's annoying me. Why are they spawning so much? Is it because of the nitro? Are you kidding me? He returns? Looks like their only path up is from this side, so we can just sort of, like, not farm them, but, we've choke pointed them. There we go. Alright, looks like they're distracted. Crap. Looks like there's one more. 2 more. 3 more. Why? Are there so many of these idiots? Okay. So what am I missing here? You, why are you still here? Get out of here. Why do they keep spawning? This is annoying. Just a very dumb. This sucks. So, all right, it's down below, which means we have to jump off. That's not what I wanted to do, but yeah, too shallow. This sucks. Wow, I didn't think that coming back to this I'd be just not happy with it and not enjoy it at all, but I gotta be honest, this fucking blows. There's a monumental disaster of an experience. I'm very sorry for the excess anger there. Oh, God. So we just gotta figure out what this game wants me to do. We're almost in the radius. I'm wondering if it wants me to go down here. Okay, we're in where it wanted us to go. This rock? No? What am I even looking for? Here's another thing. It doesn't even tell us what we're doing here. It just says inspect. Okay. What am I What am I looking for? What is my point? The point of me being here? I mean, was that whole thing that I did before, where I went up there and I killed that one dude, was that what the game was expecting me to do? Or is there something more that I'm looking for here? Because we were up here when we fought the Devastator. And I have to repeat that the Devastator is boring. I don't get why it's being used so much in this content, because it was not an interesting fight in the base game. I highly doubt anybody who played Dying Light said, hell yeah, I want more of that Devastator. Why didn't it appear more in the base game? There's reusing assets, and then there's just not, like, doing anything else. And it does feel like they relied too much on reusing stuff, rather than, you know, try to create more content. And that upsets me. Because this is a really... I mean, this is a good game. Like, it's got a good... it's got really good ideas. And it fucks so many of them up in this. Like, these guys suck. I'm gonna be straight honest. Let me see if I can cheese it. Get my shotgun shots off. Nope. Because they're not designed well. Here's the other thing that I've bitched about in other playthroughs of games is you can't just give an enemy tons of health and tons of damage ability and then not balance the player out to deal with it. I have no way to deal with that. The thing that was scary about volatiles was that they were this imposing force at the start of the game, and then as you got more abilities and better weapons, you could start to take them on and go out into the night, and it made the effort worth it. This just undoes every single bit of that. I don't know if I get what we can get with our sides. Maybe, okay, so Toxic Reaper would be for our Extravagant Scythe. So this seems like a good purchase. So let's check on our items here. So the Extravagant Scythe is $13.80, which puts it right alongside our Rough Handsaw. And we haven't upgraded the Rough Handsaw. And the green piece we also did not upgrade. So it looks like we're getting close to actually getting weapons around the damage rate that we should be getting them, which is nice for once. But I think it's time to start getting rid of stuff we don't need. Because let's see, if my Extravagant Scythe is... Well, first of all, the Extravagant Scythe only does 3 repairs, versus the green piece, which is 6, and the Rough Handsaw, which is 5. Neither of which we've ever upgraded, I think. Yeah, I haven't upgraded items. Let's start seeing what we can do here. Well, if we do a king upgrade... Actually, if we just upgrade... If I go ahead and I aim this more towards its damage capability, so Gladiator is actually a good grab. So if we dump a couple Gladiators on it, what if we go all the way in on Gladiator? Because it's no. What about durability? Yeah, let's do this. Well, is there anything better than? This does handling and durability, which is not bad. Is there anything with higher... Ooh. Maybe a Knight would be a good one. Because Knight gives us double durability and handling. Templar is 2 handling and durability, which is... Or we could go straight up into Titan, which gives us... no, we should definitely do Knight. So we upgrade that, yeah, because I haven't been upgrading these, and that's I think my biggest failing. And then for this one, we upgrade it with a king. How many kings do I have? So if I upgrade with 3 kings, well, I can't upgrade this anymore. So I mean, yeah, because we can't undo them. I want to see, do I have any more kings? Also, this is a terrible menu. Like, navigating this to find the items you're looking for is awful. No, we had 3 kings, so that's fine. That's good. Okay, so now that our weapons are up to snuff... Actually, I want to sell that. That's good for money. Even though I have, like, tons of money already. But in any case... So we did that, which means our weapons are the normal weapons are good, but the fact that these guys suck. Yeah, they just pile on. And I'm stuck. I can't go anywhere because I can't even reach the town. Just, this wasn't... I'm not saying, like, anything like being lazy or anything. My problem is this wasn't thought through. It wasn't designed with this in mind. Because, look, I don't have a place to sleep to make the night go away. And I'm stuck out here on this spot. So it's not that, you know, well, you took the risk. It's not even that. You know what the problem is that it just wasn't designed. Look how few places we can go. I'd have to somehow swing back all the way around here to get to that. And that's still a long freaking way, because this is a huge fucking map. So the problem is, how do I get to my car when I've got, you know, these volatiles nearby? And these are advanced volatiles, so they're even more frustrating than the base volatile. Bear in mind that the base volatile was actually a decent enemy all on its own. It only had like a handful of attacks. Its primary attack was to leap at you. And the others that it was faster than infected were. They're virals. In fact, I'm getting my two mixed up because they're both basically the same games, same enemies and things like that, but like they have different names in this. So this one, no, infected was Dead Island. Virals are the fast idiots in this one, right? So virals are pretty fast. Volatiles are even faster. Volatiles also, oh god, volatiles can also, I think, leap higher. But then they gave them a spit attack, which really, honestly, it broke them. It broke the enemy. Giving the volatiles a spit attack, I believe wholeheartedly unbalanced the enemy completely. Because it used to be you could try to escape them to an area out of their reach, and there are some. However, with the spit attack, they can hit you anywhere, at any time, and it's unfair, to be quite honest. To be perfectly frank, it's extremely unfair to talk. Now, the nighttime is starting to go, and I'm trying very, very hard not to get upset. Trying very hard not to be upset and angry, especially given the fact that I've been singing this game's praises. It's just so sad to see it fall so short so quickly. After everything we've been through, the main campaign was awesome. I still love it. Couple of issues, just a couple of issues with it here and there. But overall, what an experience. It was great. And then this, which has kind of been kind of a bit of both. Like, it has these moments where it's really fucking fun and cool and interesting, and then it's got these moments where I just want to rip this game apart and never play it again. Is this it? Is this what I'm looking for? Jesus Christ, really? Okay. What a pain in the ass. Alright, so now we gotta go back up. It's daytime, so we don't have to worry about any volatiles. And hopefully there's plenty of grapple points here. So, yeah.
Until I got a monolith.
And?
It's underwater, but I could see the remains of a painting. There was like a head, I think.
Could it have been a mask?
Yeah, maybe.
Good work, Mr. Crane.
I mean, it could fucking been anything. Anything you want it to be. Let your mind wander. Come up with the thing that you want it most to be. And that is what the monolith was. Hopefully that satiates you, there, Attila. Alright, hun. Let's get out of here. There's another frickin' Devastator. Oh, now I gotta Austin Powers my way out. Fuck, I got Austin Powers my way out of here! Okay, so that's taken care of. So to do this, we're gonna have to actually head up and over. So this won't be super awful. We just gotta follow this road. And once we hit the curve here, we're gonna go due north. Oh yeah, I'm hightailing my ass out of here. Screw this. World's most devastated suspension. There's an encounter over here. How much do you want to bet it's another frickin' devastator? Oh god, hi. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, it's another frickin' devastator encounter. And I got knocked out somehow. Oh, did he kill him? Yeah, he killed him. There we are. Aye, freaking aye. You, sir, are a bag of dicks. See, look at the perfect tracking on that charge. Fuck off. Fuck this enemy. You're just, it's so lazy. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that developers are lazy. I'm just saying just going with this enemy all the time is in fact very lazy. It is, because it's the only one they reuse to this degree. It sucks. It's not an interesting enemy. It's so dull. Alright, do I have any... you know what? Actually... I guess I didn't need to do anything then. Cool. God damn it. So, unlike the Harran, like the actual Harran portion of the game, where we've had sections where stuff would explode, and then we just wouldn't and have to deal with the virals that... Come on! Stop already! If one thing exploded, you don't need to keep spawning the goddamn bot. This is stupid. This is horrible. I really am so tired of the excessive amounts of just these idiots coming for no reason. God. So, as I was saying before, I was constantly interrupted by a terrible game mechanic. If you remember, as we played through the main game portion, we actually didn't have this big of a problem very often. And that's because the game properly loaded these damn enemies in. Now it's just, like... Now this game is just having a hard time doing the most basic things we've done for the past 40 hours. I struggle to understand why it's having these issues. Because its problems are just becoming bigger and bigger the more we play. And so that's not the way it should be. A spray paint isn't. Yeah, sure, I'll take it. And it's just very frustrating because instead of me actually playing the game, I end up doing nothing but complain and bitch. And I'd much rather not. I'd rather fucking enjoy the game. So we gotta do a 180 here. Really? Thank you. So far, we've dealt with terrible collision, an egregious use of difficult enemies, sloppy level design, which quite frankly, this whole countryside is pretty sloppy. Okay, so we want to head this way. And the other issue, again, is having to repair the car. Why would you ever make that a mechanic? It's not good. It's not good. Because, like I said, it wastes a lot of our time. And it's extra resources that we now have to locate, which... You know, the nice thing about the base campaign was, even though you really wanted to go and get resources for your weapons to, you know, make weapon modifications, things like that, you didn't have to. You really didn't have to. It definitely made the experience a little easier, and it's extremely recommended, but it was nice that I didn't ever feel like I had to go out and find specific material, or, you know, spend too much time scabbing. We could just scav along our way, and we usually got all the things we needed. That was really good. That's what I think is really good, you know, really good game design. However, in here, because the car needs to be repaired, and the car's items also follow the same rules as the weapons do. Weapons can only be repaired so many times.
What do you see?
Big-ass stone, that's what. And also an old painting. It's a sun on top of a mountain crossed with a zigzag.
Anything else?
Yeah, someone added Amir Hart's jasmine on the side. Does that help?
All right, Mr. Crane, let's move on.
And there's another thing. I don't know why these spawn. Like, what caused them to spawn? I didn't use any explosives. Nothing exploded. No loud noises that normally spawn them occurred. So why are they coming through? What is the logic and the reasoning behind it? So we got another paint job, which again, they're very hard to see. There's our car. So we're just gonna ignore that one. So yeah, so think about it like this, alright? So weapons can only be repaired a handful of times, up to I think a max of 6, depending on the tier. So that's fine, okay. That's something that you're gonna have to reuse over and over, and it's making the player, you know, think about the weapons they're using and be mindful of them. Fair enough, okay, fine. However, let's find this new job, cultist. I like this one better. All right, so that kind of works from a design standpoint. You're pushing the player to use more weapons and not rely on the same one. Okay. However, if you're applying that exact same those exact same fundamentals to the car, that makes absolutely no sense, because you don't want to keep changing out engines and tires and suspension. Like, let's look at all the cars. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aspects of the car that we have to maintain and moderate, right? So I think let's find out how many repairs our tier 3 stuff gets. So tier 3 is a repairable up to 3 times. Now look at the cost so what's the cost of making one? So 3 times before we have to make another level 3. Now level 3s I think are pretty much the same across the board. Yeah. So you're going to require 6 screws, 1 of a mid-tier item related to that particular one, and then 1 lubricant. I'm betting is all 3. Yeah. So steel tubing is that. Oh, I do have another. No, wait, this one. Yeah. Okay, we have another break 3, so that's fine. But you know, okay, so there's wire, rubber, 2 wires, 1 steel tubing, 2 steel tubing. Okay, so going off of that's 3. So it's wire, steel tubing, rubber are the middles. So that's 3 mid-tier materials we need to be keeping our eyes out for and stocking up on. Not to mention how many we need to stock up. It's only 1 for level 3. That's not super egregious. But then you have to take into account 6 screws. Screws are also used for repairing. Okay? So you can see how these materials, just like the buildup that you need just to maintain your vehicle, just kind of gets out of control. And it sucks. Because now you're constantly swapping out parts instead of focusing on playing the game. And now more of these assholes. Alright. So the basic gist of my little bitch fest there is think better about your systems and avoid attributing a system to another mechanic where it doesn't fit or it could become problematic. The player is going to be using the car. We're not switching out cars, okay? We're using the exact same car the entire game through. But then you're going to expect me to swap out. Here's my compromise. I will maintain the car and repair it, but then I don't have to build another new unit after I've repaired it so many times. You know, I keep repairing it until I find the next tier. That's the compromise I would make, because, you know, it still makes use of that whole concept of we're scavenging for parts and, you know, you're trying to maintain a vehicle without it going that extra dumb step, you know? There's really no reason why we'd have to, why the part would break completely forever. There's just none. From a gameplay standpoint, it definitely doesn't make any sense. And from an enjoyment standpoint, I don't enjoy it. But okay, so I think I've said enough on that. I got my point across. Oh god. So I'm gonna try to let it go and keep focused on what we're doing now, which is we got to go to the last spot. I am wondering if using nitro actually also attracts spirals, because that's what seems to happen. So let's see how we're doing here. So there. Now we've got a new suspension. And these are the only ones that I haven't upgraded to 3 yet. What even does it gives us top speed. Okay. And these improve our grip. And this improves our braking. Suspension gives us better handling. Whatever. I'm not worried about throwing a firecracker. I'm annoyed with that. Okay. So the last one is... It looks like it's actually down, I think. So I'm wondering if this is a pathway down? No, it's not. Because we're on a hilltop. Is that it there? No. It's over there. Okay. Down we go! There we are. Flawless fall. Alright, so what do you want me to do here, Dying Light? That's not gonna happen. Because this branch isn't gonna be enough to launch us at all. Yeah, there's no way that branch would launch us all the way over there. So I guess we're gonna swim our way over. Not sure what that weird line is. Looks like screen tear, I'm guessing. One thing I am very grateful about in this game is there are 0 water monsters. So I wouldn't be able to finish this game. I wouldn't be able to play it if there was any kind of like we were swimming out and a monster just grabbed. I wouldn't do it. I'd be done. This is gonna be a tough VOD for some people to get through, because like the literal first hour is just me being pissed off at this game. God. And it's weird because we didn't have these issues, or at least this many. We did have some problems with invincibility frames. We did bring that up a few times. But none of it felt so egregious as it does in this. And it's just because this map, this level, this world here is not a fit. Really? Really, Dying Light? That's what you expected me to do? So what happened there was, I went to jump for what I thought was a ledge. The game didn't register the grab. So it forced me into a tic-tac, which is just a wall run. And if you do a tic-tac and you don't... I think when you do a tic-tac, if you don't grab a ledge, you immediately look behind you, and if you wait too long, it automatically just, like, you know, jumps. So the game automatically jumped me off of that rock face and to my death. So we're doing good. And I mentioned this in, I think, the last stream and a couple streams before, but they shouldn't even bother with the drops, like the airdrops, because they spawn way too far away. Well, there's the plane now. And without even moving. Okay, so that doesn't seem so far away, but trying to get to my car, and then crossing over, and getting through all the zombies, it's too far. Which is funny because you would think traveling by car would be a lot quicker than, you know, parkouring, but no, it's not. The parkour in the original stuff was way more, it was maybe more consistent and honestly a lot faster. Maybe we can make it? I doubt it. And that's because these drops fall way too fucking far from your position. Because there's too much space for them to. You know, there really wasn't that much space in the main campaign. Comparably. Here, there's just so much space for no good reason other than, you know, to justify putting in the car, which honestly was a terrible, terrible addition. Okay, we did make it, but here again, we were never gonna make it before they got here. That's what sucks about it. And of course, these guys suck, so we're gonna cheese the little bastards. Picked up the Templar mod. And just gonna rush in and decap his ass. So there's no way that I'm gonna ever make it to these before scavs do. Which sucks because then we lose on half of our pickup. But that being said, you can easily get to an airdrop, but by the time you get there, the good shit's gone. The stuff that you want. I also have a huge issue with the fact that when you're driving a car, that's toxic, right? So if you're driving the car and you drive over the top of it, you take toxic damage. Despite the fact that you didn't actually, like, touch any of it yourself. It's a really questionable mechanic that makes no sense. There it is. Damn it. Okay, so it's right in this upper quadrant. Ah! And the game's just, like, having some weird visual issues now. What the fuck is going on? Okay, so it's right in, it's such a tiny slot. Got it. Wow. What a pain in the ass. So what did it get us? Garbage. Waste of time. Let's pick up some more. We got, that's the other thing too, is you want to stop off and grab stuff, but that also wastes time. Like, okay, so I need the steel tubing, but that means I need to stop my car, get out of the car, go up to the other car, interact with that car, and now you know, you see what I mean? Like, that just the material scavenging for it is just a real waste of time. And another good thing is instead of being able to grapple down to it after jumping, it decided that it wasn't an active ability. Awesome. So now I gotta start from that spot all over again. Oh, no, where did it spot us? Hunting Tower. See, why? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. So you want to know why we ended up here this time and not back at that house? So the way that this game does this is its checkpoints, it will respawn you at the nearest checkpoint. So, you know, where I died was, I'd say, right about here. So the closest checkpoint was this hunting tower. However, once we get to our objective, the house is the closest one. I'm having a hard time putting into words a lot of my thoughts.
I'm finishing my copy and getting the hell out.
And that frustrates me because I know what I'm trying to get across. And my point is not that anybody on the dev team was lazy, not that any of them were incompetent, or any kind of one of those just lazy, and I think it's a lazy insult to toss out when something's not good or doesn't work. Because none of that is true. None of the people who worked on this game are lazy or incompetent. You know, they look at the game they put together. All right, you know, this is an incredible game. It is, and I have a ton of fucking problems with it, but it's still an incredible game. It's dumb, good fun. What the issue is, as I was saying, is there are a lot of mechanics that, in theory, and from a singular design vision, work. The crafting and repairing and limited repairing works on weapons and weapons only. And then, you know, the issue is they attributed that same mechanic to the car parts, which doesn't have a logical explanation, reasoning, or gameplay design theory as to why that should be a thing. Hey, King Carnival. Appreciate you being here. How you doing? That is another thing, too. And I bet you it was the same thing with Dead Island, the game that they made before it. Was this, you know, there are a lot of really neat ideas in Dead Island, I feel. And I thought that the gameplay was pretty solid and had a really cool, combat system with the, you know, analog controls. I love that. But it suffered from trying to be a little too edgy in a number of areas, some problematic material that they did address and fix. And I think it was due to, for Dead Island, I think it was experience. I think they were still a very underexperienced team at that time, but they've got that experience and knowledge, and it shows in this. It really does. Dying Light has the hallmarks of a team that, you know, looked at the mistakes that they made in a previous game and did their best to, you know, fix them or improve upon them. So I want that to be very clear. I think Dying Light is a fantastic game, and on its base, on the base version of it, I absolutely 100% recommend it. I have a hard time recommending the following because it meanders. It's just not, it's not very good. And the reason why it has parkour pacing is, I mean, look at this fucking map. All right? Now, this doesn't look as, it's big. This is a big damn map for a game like this. And it's a big damn map for a game that specifically touted itself on its really awesome parkour. And it has really good parkour. None of which, I mean, like, I'm doing parkour right now, but, like, we're not really making its, Look at this shit! Look how fucking bad this is! It tic-tacked on me again. It forced me to do a move that I didn't want to do. I hit the circle button. I hit every other button I could think of. Why would you let me approach this, because I'm getting angry. I'm really fucking angry. I'm upset. You implemented a mechanic that can't be canceled. It cannot be subverted, and it cannot be redirected. And that has cost me time. It has cost me patience, and it's wasting my time. I park... Well, see, no, Funky, because my mom's still alive, so I'm not parkouring in real life. Part of me wants to play that at some point. God, what a mess of that! What a mess of a game. But the problem is, irony dollars are still dollars. Also, hey Tyrion, appreciate you being here. How you doing? So, my thinking is, I don't need to go all that fucking way around. I could just jump over into the water. Look at these bad graphical problems we're having on this water surface. A lot of pixelation. What happened to the texture? So, the crux of my issues that I'm having here are, when the game doesn't recognize a grabbable platform and you've unlocked the tic-tac ability, it can and will, as you've seen twice now, kill you because the game decided that it wasn't going to recognize its own mechanics, which sucks. I'm incapable to make a class buffer. I've been staring at my class notebook for a whole evening. What's a class buffer? Okay. I am not wasting all my time doing the parkour. And I paid for it. A buffer of my classes. I still don't know quite what you mean. Like, what's a buffer? Hey, our agility went up. Are we maxed out on agility now? Yeah, we are. We finally maxed out agility. So guess what? We don't get tired anymore. But I'm getting tired of this game's bullshit. Oh, you're a professor, not to prepare, so I thought to prepare for later days. This game's pissing me off now. This section sucks. You know, I mean, that's actually, I think that's, it's a very real and valid thing. It's not highly recommended for the obvious reasons, but it's, I mean, if you get your stuff done, you get your stuff done. Did I complete any bounties? I don't think I've ever completed any bounties. Apparently we can get this bounty if we go on zip lines. And I know there's a zip line near here, so... For your next class, Tyrion, I recommend teaching about the dangers of anime. I believe that would be the best class. could start by saying, class, let me introduce you to cat girls. And then the class just sort of writes itself. God damn it, Dying Light. Why? No, see, all you have to do is stand in front of the class, clear your throat and say, class, let me tell you about a little a little movie called Boku no Pico. And that's it. There's your anime is bad class. You may get in a lot of trouble, but that's really not my problem. Hell yeah, dive face first into that rock. That's how I feel at this point. Oh my god, how much of this stream has just been me face planting because of the badness? What? Wait a minute. So because of where I face planted, because we ended up over here, this hunting tower is the closest spawning point than the goddamn house. What was that? No, seriously, what the fuck was that? Okay, whatever. Okay, let's please let me finish this damn quest. I saved this one for last because I thought I'd get there, get it done with, and move back to the quest giver, but I was wrong. This whole section has just been the equivalent of having somebody kick you in the testicles repeatedly. And not like a full-on kick. Like, each kick is, like, it's sort of like a very medium kick. Like, as they're starting to get to you, they slow down just enough. So you don't get the full ball crush. You just get, like, a ball tap. That is what this entire section has. No, there is no love in those taps, Funky. So what I want to do is, I want to bypass this section because it sucks. It's really not good. So I want to see how far up I can get on the spire. Alright. Cheated my way up, I think, halfway. Okay. Where do you want me to go now? Okay, up here? Did we make it? Yay, I cheated. Oh. Piss off. Skadoosh.
I see a monolith, Attila.
Please.
There's a painting, looks old. It's got ants moving toward a circle, and one inside the circle has a red head.
No, Mr. Crane. Those are not ants. They're meant to represent believers praying to the sun.
Whatever, if you say so.
The one on the inside is wearing a special ritual mask, if I guessed correctly. All right, that is helpful. Please move on.
Sure did.
All right, Attila, that's all of them. Now what?
You'll have to start climbing, I'm afraid. Head to the highest mountain you can find, to a place known as the Temple of the Sun.
That's not high. Hold on. What? Do you know how long that's gonna take? Like, that's the other reason I wouldn't recommend this. This entire DLC exists to waste a lot of your time. Because now we gotta march our ass all the way across the map. It's ridiculous. I sure did deliver a drop kick. It's just a shame to see so many mechanics that are useful just become a liability. Like grapple is extremely important against the virals, because it's a quick way to disable one while you try to deal with others, but it doesn't work that way because of how long it takes to complete the animation. As well as the just the simple fact that there's no iframes. This game doesn't do iframes, which I've banged on about a few times before, but it is something that I seriously think needs to be complained about a lot, because it really does impact the game. There's the 500th Devastator we've driven past. What can we do here? And look, see, there's level 4 buggy parts, so we didn't even reach the top tier. There's level 5 buggy parts. Do you see how just, like, completely unnecessary that mechanic is? It really fucking is. This is actually, I'm gonna probably install that next. Oh, No, we're gonna reinforce this bad boy. So let's keep an eye on where we're going. Oh my god, how do I get back up? I'm trying to remember exactly how I get from here to up there. I don't believe it's this way. Probably over here. Hey, wait a minute, what's this? Got some kind of...
I'm at the pizza place.
All right.
Oh god, no, this is a racing challenge. Eat my ass. Hold on, I think I'm really going... Yeah, this is annoying. Alright, we gotta find a way back up. I think it's gonna have to be through here. There we are. Okay, so now that we've gotten back on track, what we need to do is we need to basically head back south towards we gotta head over towards the train tracks. So if we follow this road, just down that way, once we hit the train tracks, we're pretty much good to go. And where am I heading now? Okay, so we're gonna make our first right. I mean, I made it. I didn't say I was gonna do it successfully. And I mean, fuck it. That's the ticket. Yeah! Love not being able to see shit. There was a Zambo behind me. Okay, so we're gonna be coming up on the train tracks. It's just a short set. Yep. Okay, so now we're at the train tracks. So we're gonna make our first right. Here. Yeah. Oh, you mean the unwieldy and poorly put together driving? Yeah, they're pretty much, it feels exactly like that, to be honest. The driving in this is, like, it's okay, but it's just really not, it's not what you come here for. Hell yeah.
Attila, I'm at the mountain.
What do you see?
Just a whole lot of climbing.
I did warn you.
Ah. There we go. So yeah, now we're actually using our parkour. Hopefully the game will recognize climbable surfaces. Yeah, absolutely not. It's always important to try something new. It's just, you know, don't make it terrible. Which I'm sure is not what their intent was, but it does. Like, the driving's just not fun, and honestly, I don't think it adds anything to the series. Like, this was already interesting and cool, and then they just dumped in a thing that kind of runs counter. Because, I mean, parkour, like, you're not parkouring if you're driving. And parkour was one of the big draws for the game, so why would you make a mechanic that completely ignores it?
How goes the climb, Mr. Crane?
Not now, Attila. One wrong move and I'm a dead man.
But do you see anything?
Later, man. Seriously.
Wow, Attila sucks. Birds. Like, this section seems to be fine. Every ledge that we can grab onto, the game is letting us. I haven't run into any issues.
All right. There's a painting. It's a person with a sun for a head, and there's a woman standing nearby.
Very good, Mr. Crane, but that's not what we're looking for. Please keep going.
I like Breath of the Wild, and I think the fact that they let you climb on literally everything is really good. I just wish sprinting didn't use up so much goddamn stamina. But we will be returning to that playthrough at some point. Also, very much don't like what you just saw, where, like, even if you fall for a certain period of time, and then you grab onto a ledge, you take damage. Like, that's counter to the entire point of the mechanic. Like, you could use it to mitigate, you know, damage for falling. Like, it's a save thing, and they don't do it that way. Like, you can actually die. Oop. Okay, so I fucked up, however. I fucked up again and died. Never mind. Never mind. I was gonna say a thing, but that thing is kind of not important anymore. You can't tell me that you spent 90% of your time climbing or gliding. Ah, what a shame. I really want to hear more about how you spent 90% of your time climbing or gliding. But if you're sworn to silence over it, Tyrion, that's totally okay. I won't tell anybody about how you spent 90% of your time either climbing or gliding. I'm just that good of a friend. So how does... Oh, it wants me to go here. Okay. So let me tell you how much I don't fucking like this. Because this is clearly being an asshole. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Ha! Unfucked it. Grappling hook is an extremely broken item. So I found out how to I found out how to break the tic tac. Shit. And I found out how to break my knees. Okay, so I found a point where this sucks. Gotta do that all over again. Spinies? Okay. How am I gonna unfuck this? Where does the game expect me to go? Hey, whatever. Taking it. So yeah, I do not like this at all. So there's a thing with the there's a thing with the dashing in this game where you can actually initiate a dash after you've jumped. So here's my regular jump. It's really hard to see, but you can basically initiate a dash mid-jump. I don't know why they did it that way. I don't think it's necessarily something bad, but it's just a weird thing. Let me see if I can so here's
I'm at the top. It's an awesome view.
Let's get to work then, Mr. Crane.
So there's a walking jump. There's that running jump. You can see the difference, right? So if can you see that? If not, I could show you something else. So if you jump while walking, you could do a jump kick, just like that, right? Now, if I were to run, you do a drop kick when you do a run and then do that. However, if I do this, jump, bam, because I hit the dash button in the middle of the jump, the game decided that I was now dashing, so instead of doing my jump kick, I do a drop kick instead. So you're not committed.
There's a painting of a bloody blade on one of the monoliths.
Anything else? A mask, perhaps?
No, should I be looking for a mask?
With the utmost diligence, Mr. Crane. This is very important.
Well, I found Stonehenge, or parts of it. Excuse me. Sneezed. So where do you want me to go? Ooh, okay. Oh, maybe this mask?
So, I found this hole with, I don't know, I guess they're offerings inside it. There's a mask in here too.
Is it red? If it's red, take it with you. Be careful with it.
Yeah, it's red. Should I take anything else? There's a lot of stuff in here.
No, that should be enough. I think you can come back now, Mr. Crane.
Okay. This is definitely one of the masks of the Faceless. These are nice waterfalls. I mean, the texture's a little off, but they kind of look like mercury. They're a little too pronounced. I think that's my issue with them. They put them in. They're nice. It's just the. I thought I saw something explode just now. So where is he? So he's way the fuck over there, and our vehicle is way the fuck down there. So how can I cheese my way back down? If I can cling to one of these walls, and I get within range of something grabbable, or pappable, I should be able to get down. or I could just suicide jump it. These might all... Yeah, let's go up. Oop. Okay, not perfect, but not terrible either. All right. Still some damage, but we're making progress. Okay, hopefully didn't get caught. Nope, nope. They thought of that. They saw that. They're like, some dumbass is gonna, that's gonna get stuck in there. Got it. Fuck you, game. I do what I want. So now it's just heading across, and then once we get to that road, we just head south. So let me just make sure I get this in my brain. So we're going to follow this road and past the train tracks. It's going to go up and over, and then once we get to the big road, we're going to make a right. So another flaw of this game that I can point out, especially given the fact that Breath of the Wild, and I played Breath of the Wild, some other stuff, like this came out before them, right? However, there are other games that have way better maps, and I'm going way the wrong way. The map in this offers not a lot of information. Oh yeah, that's awful. Right in my eyes. That's good. I mentioned this when I was playing Breath of the Wild, and that is games that have maps that don't have geographical or topographical information are not good maps. And that's for like open world games. If it's like a very basic game, then I don't give a shit. But like this game clearly needs topographical, because look at this right here, okay? How we were supposed to do this was, this is a road up and around. So this section here, right here, is higher up than this section here. You wouldn't know that, so you would think, going by this map, oh, I could just cut right across here, but you can't. I think I actually went up and under here by accident. I forget. Alright. So now we're returned to Attila, see what he's got to say about this mask. He could tell us if the person who'd been using it had been smoking. But I guess, you know, based on how we found it, somebody in fact did stop him from smoking by murdering him. Yeah, see, that's I'm sorry I didn't see your comment sooner, Terry, but no. If you've seen this from the start of the game, the mechanic is really fucking good in the base game. Here, it's a mess, because this whole area is designed specifically for the car. You do have sections like that. You got a town right here, but it's small. You're really not making use of the parkour much in this. It's all about the car, which sucks because the main game was so good and the parkour was so fresh and interesting, and then it's just like, oh yeah, here's a car. And I'm like, no, I want to run across building tops and, you know, flee through windows when enemies catch me, and like, it's so much more exciting in the base game. This has just been kind of more of a weird extended play.
Here's your mask, Attila. I don't know if it's gonna help with anything.
Listen, the Mother's obsessed with this prophecy. When the world is ravaged by plague, when darkness devours the earth, when men are as beasts to one another, when humanity shall be struck by corruption of both flesh and soul, then shall be revealed one man who, through an act of ultimate sacrifice, shall accept the mercy of the light. And the God of the Sun shall be revealed through him, and through him will he speak. And his voice shall be the light and the healing. And he shall pass through the gates of death, so that he may bring new life. On every remaining painting, the God of the Sun, or a priest attempting to summon him, wears a mask like that one. So, yes, Mr. Crane, I believe you've helped me plenty.
You need anything else?
Only time and peace. I have to write everything down. I'll let the Acolytes know that you've helped me. Thank you, Mr. Crane. I'll call you the moment I'm done.
Oh, see you tomorrow, then.
You promise? All right. I'll be waiting for you.
Okay. So, I mean, it's kind of obvious what's gonna happen. And of course, we do want to finish off the Tolgan Fatin. I don't want to test my skills in Bilal's dumb challenge. Screw Bilal. So... Alright, let's get out of here. Woohoo! Okay, so the next couple things we've got to do. We need to jump the fence a bit soon, too early there. We want to go and locate Tolga and Fatin. Finish up their quest line. And then that will bring us to close to the... I think we're near the end, because, I mean, we don't have any more ranks we can unlock for them. So I think we're moving into the finale. Let's see. So let's just make a few med kits. So I think I'm at 40 now. So if I do 5 more, we should be at 50, which is a good number. And that one. 53. Let's round that. So there. Now we've completed our sweet ass. Look at this sweet ass car. Little butterflies and a pupper. More butterflies. More butterflies. That's a pretty good, I think that's a really good, whatchamacallit, paint job. And there's these other paint jobs. Desert Fury. I think that's Mad Max, actually. Let's see what these other ones look like. Zebra. Oh, what's the accessories? Did we get any new accessories? No. We have this. Add a bullet charm. And we get a sweet bobblehead. Oh, did it replace the bobblehead? Oh, that's lame. Why can't I have the bobblehead and the bullet charm? Doesn't make any damn sense. Okay, so let's get in the car. And let's see how far it is. It's very far. So, to get to Tolgan Fatin, there's a couple paths we can take. And I think the smart one, the best one actually, is going to just basically be this road. This road here, left here, and then just follow this road till we get to the military hangar right, and then Tolgan Fatin are down there. And that we are going to do on the next one, because we are going to call it for the night. Thank you so much for coming by and watching, and I will see you on the next one. Later.